All right.
Welcome to the podcast. If you hear noises in the background, it's because we live in a trash building and people have no respect for other people.
Our neighbors are really loud, but it is what it is.
And if you're raising children in a building like this, I know you're doing the best you can, but do better.
Get out.
Get the fuck out. A parking lot is not a playground.
Or is it?
If you want to die, you get hit by a car.
Oh my God. I just saw something on Twitter where...
You still use Twitter?
On X, where some child got ran over by an Uber driver. And then the family jumped the Uber driver.
It's terrible.
So
the moral of the story is use Lyft and don't murder your rideshare drivers. They don't have any money. They're doing the best they can. On today's episode of the Glenn and Simi podcast, we are going to be talking about how to avoid eating hamburgers for every meal. And we're going to be giving you some life advice.
This is the saddest
There's just one
ever.
So make sure you tune into our podcast because we are going to give you the truth and some delusion. And that is why this will be a good show for you on ice, but not the drug kind. The ice skate kind. Christy Yamaguchi kind.
This podcast looks so trashy.
It's so trashy, it's good. Would you rather watch a podcast where it's like a built set with rented furniture and big microphones, or would you rather watch me on my World Market, always a deal mini couch with big microphones?
Your camera's over there too. You have two cameras. Mine's over there.
On our show, we're going to be discussing things that we care about, such as current events, foods we've recently eaten, movies we've recently sat through, streaming shows we've recently watched TikToks through, candies we've considered buying from the store, ice cream setups we've put into a bowl and devoured, things we've window shopped and ultimately purchased, cheaper versions from Amazon.
I think they just turned into the Amanda Bynes talk show.
I'm just thinking of things that will be on our talk show for our teaser. Name 3 things about yourself, but they can't include locations, educations, or assumed hobbies. Go.
Then I have nothing.
That's 1.
I'm hungry.
Okay.
And I've been with Glenn for 9 years.
No, that's not you. That's no nouns. Did we get any insight into you from that?
9 years is a very long time. Let me tell you.
A lot of breaks. This is not a relationship podcast.
I know.
We also will be having special guest stars such as our friends
Gem and the Hologram.
Gem and the Holograms, Amethyst, Quartz,
Love Quartz.
Obsidian. She's a bitch. I was going to say turmeric, but that's not a stone. What other stones are you aware of?
Infinity.
Infinity is not a stone. It's a fictional stone.
Oh.
Other things on our podcast will probably be...
This is not a podcast, by the way.
It's a show.
Rebranding.
Oh, yeah. You're supposed to know the difference between a podcast and what are you supposed to know the difference between?
No, I guess this is a podcast.
You're not supposed to call it a podcast. You're supposed to call it like an episode.
A show episode.
We're going
I'm going to sneeze.
Not on Jesus' birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy Easter. You know, sometimes if I need to sneeze and it's not coming out right, I like whiff my nose with wind. Whiff? Is whiff a word? Waft?
Waft?
My nose.
You whiftily waft your nose.
With the wind of my hand. And then it works. I sneeze.
It's to speed up the sneeze or to prevent the sneeze?
To make it happen, because sometimes it won't happen.
When I was in school, we were not allowed to sneeze. It's like viewed as gauche. Big word. So like you would get in trouble. So you were told to swallow 3 times.
I just learned the word gauche from you this week.
Because it was in a TV show.
It wasn't a TV show. So anyone who doesn't know out there what gauche means, it just means it's not classy. It's tacky. It's gauche. It's inappropriate and...
Grandma Betty loves to use the word gauche.
But like, what's a proper description? We don't have a computer in front of us, so
it's like use it in a sentence. It's like that sneeze was gauche in this setting.
Like elbows on the table when you're eating is gauche.
It's like a judgy ick.
Yeah, it's gauche.
So there's that. Other topics we may discuss on this episode and future episodes. What are some other topics?
Taco Bell.
We are not sponsored by them, but we would be willing to accept samples. You know, the Baja Blast gelato is coming out. They like tested it in some markets and then now it's coming out everywhere.
I mean, I'm not a huge dessert person, but the grilled cheese steak burrito is for me.
It's so good.
I'm actually craving it right now. It's so bad.
Do you know where the Taco Bell world headquarters is?
Let me guess. Kansas.
No. It's on the way to San Diego. It's like the only interesting thing. If you've ever driven from Los Angeles to San Diego, you know what I'm talking about. I don't think like strangers can stop there, but they should be able to. I've seen it. I've seen the test kitchen in like YouTube videos. I don't think you can like go in. It's before the boobs. You know what I'm talking about?
The what?
The boobs.
The boobs?
Have you driven to San Diego?
Yeah.
We've been there together. It's like a nuclear power plant that looks like boobs.
Yeah, I don't know that. Interesting. Well, if you like boobs, if you're into that type of thing.
It's not appropriate for this episode.
It's all going to get cut out. Who cares? I mean, wouldn't it be funny if we just did this whole thing and then all of a sudden the sound is just
not working?
Janky? That's what tests are for. But who knows? This might make it.
Okay, so what's our topic?
Called? Oh, do you hear that? Our neighbors. And they're new neighbors at that because...
Like, why? And
why would anybody talk in the hallway?
Why would you ever talk in a hallway? So many questions.
Are you looking
we'll
at
never
the camera?
know.
Are you looking at like the screen?
The screen.
Maybe we should turn that off.
And turn the monitor on. It's fine. What's our show called? Mumbai. Diarrhea. Number 2. That's funny.
The number 2 podcast?
Yeah.
I feel like I bet you somebody has that name. I mean, that's pretty funny though.
Like, do you listen to the number 2 podcast? It's trash. It's shit. It's not that funny, but it's like subtle humor.
What's up, guys? This is the number 2 podcast.
And this episode is gonna be shit.
I'm Simi.
I'm Glenn.
And we're just gonna flush it all out.
All right, Simi, how was your week?
Oh, it was peachy. I'm working on a podcast right now.
But not this podcast.
No. Well, this isn't a podcast. This is a show. No,
this is a show.
Yeah.
Is that our topic for the week?
The show that
podcasts that are not podcasts that are
someone else's.
Someone else's.
I know how to do a broadcast and
a podcast.
A podcast, a show, you name it. I could probably make it happen. But yeah, it's not this one. It's
DM him. What a great pitch.
Buy me Taco Bell.
Buy me Taco Bell. So this can be the real number 2.
So many number 2s.
We're still working on our name.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, we were going to talk about Taco Bell, where all number 2s begin. But somebody put a
stop to that.
Our next topic today will be...
I gotcha.
You have a topic list in your notes? What's the first topic? Suggestion. This isn't charades.
The first topic is basic bitches doing Get Ready With Me.
Let's talk about this. So if you are not following the internet, there is a trend of people posting content. It's called GRW, which stands for Get Ready With Me. If you didn't know that, you're probably not watching that content, but you've seen it. And it has caught on like Lance Armstrong yellow bracelets at a high school. Like, it's coming.
Okay, I'm not claiming to have the best fashion in the world, but I mean, if you're going to do Get Ready With Me, I think you have to have like fashion sense at least, right? Like you have to have like, but then you have these people get on social media and it's just a plain tee and jeans, which is like cool. It's every day. And then
I mean, like, A+ for like self-expression and like vanity, but like, didn't we spend the last 20 years telling straight men to like not wear Crocs? Like, and now everybody wears Crocs. And then like,
I mean, I love my Crocs. I love my basics, but I mean, I'm not getting on social media and acting I'm like the biggest
Like
fashionista, like need to be on the runway type of person.
And that's how these people are acting for some reason.
No hate, no shade, but
all tea, all shade. And it's literally like a t-shirt. And you don't see these people like out and about sporting their looks, like unless you're like in West Hollywood. Like
which is another subject. I was recently in West Hollywood, and I mean, it's a different world out there. Then again, I am the old gay now in West Hollywood. So
yeah, if you're listening to this podcast and you don't know what West Hollywood is, it's like a neighborhood in Los Angeles that is like predominantly gay, which like being gay doesn't mean you're like dress fancy or anything. Like,
no, but I mean, there was like influencers like in the wild. It was pretty crazy. I had never seen anything like it. I mean, the selfies were selfieing. Everybody was selfieing. And yeah.
And that's problematic for you?
No, it's not problematic at all. Like, I think it's fine. It's just a different world. Like, I remember going back in my day. I remember going to West Hollywood and, I don't know. It wasn't, I mean, selfies were a thing, but like now it's just like a level towards like influencer type of like vibe.
Yeah, they're trying to like remember it and post it forever for the internet. And when we were younger, well, you still go out, but I haven't gone out in probably 20 years. But 20 years ago, you were not worried about the photo. You were worried about surviving the Long Island and getting home with like more than $1 that you didn't already have.
Yo, apparently the Abbey was known or recently known for allegedly people getting roofied. There's been all this stuff on TikTok where people are coming out like...
For the people listening who don't know what we're talking about, the Abbey is like a big gay bar.
Yo, if you don't know what we're talking
people
about...
don't know what
get
that
out
is.
Underneath that rock.
People don't know all the businesses. Wow. Like if you're listening to this, like not from Los Angeles. If you don't know what we're talking
about, there is Google. It was created in the early 90s, late...
I won't
80s.
Ever talk down to you guys.
I will. By the way, who are they?
Who are they?
Let us know in the comments.
Who are
like,
who?
subscribe. I don't know.
Who are our listeners?
Yeah, who are our listeners?
It could be anybody. I listen to lots of podcasts about weird stuff. Okay, so topic number 1, get ready with me. Are you guys into this trend of getting ready with other people? I personally don't like it because if you watch these videos, their houses, like there's nothing in them. And it's like super upsetting to me. And it's like, okay, so you woke up, you put your camera on a tripod, you went back to bed, and then you like pretended like you were getting up.
No, I'm totally
But your bed's like already made.
I'm totally hating on it right now, but like I'm gonna start doing it.
See, I like it. Like I like that people are being creative.
You get to post all your content with you looking like a fob in the morning. I'm literally waking up, filming myself being basic.
You're gonna do like get ready with me for real, FR, GRWMFR.
That's a lot of acronyms.
Hashtags. All right, what other topics do you have?
Wait, when you say acronyms, you would just say one because it's an acronym, right? Like just because there's a lot of letters in the acronym, you don't say acronyms unless there's multiple acronyms.
Yeah, but we said get ready with me and get ready with me for real. So that's 2.
I stand corrected.
Present participle.
I stand corrected.
I don't know anything about grammar.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, the next topic on our podcast will be... to check the iPad.
Let's check our topics.
If you guys have any good topics for us, let us know. I have plenty of topics.
I don't even know what I wrote down. It's just during the week, I'm like, ooh, what would be cool to talk about? I put in there...
The first topic was pretty judgy. So what do you have that's... less controversial?
Oh, reality shows.
All right. What reality shows are you guys watching and why?
But like when I watch reality shows, right? Oh, we watch reality shows and we love reality shows. Some of the reality
competition.
Yeah, we do like and love are like Survivor and Survivor.
Drag Race, Survivor.
Drag Race, yeah. But, anytime I watch it, I'd always be like, every time I'd watch it, I'd always be like, what would I, or if I was there, I would be like this. Does that make sense? Like, what was the thing? It's always like what I would have done. Like, if she would have talked to me like that, I swear I would have. But
you would have done what?
I don't know. But I always have these scenarios in my head. Like, I can't believe she said that to her. Like, I would have been like, but I would have said something. I would have been like this.
You've been influenced. They got you.
You've never been like that? Or like, you don't think that you could handle things a certain way in reality shows when you're watching it? Like,
no, I just think like I would be, if I was on Survivor, I would be so hungry that like if anybody tried to talk to me and they brought my name up, like I would just be raging because I'd be so hungry and I would be like, I'm winning the $1 million. Like, this is horrible.
I will eat you.
Like, I'll eat you. I mean, the thing I don't like about Survivor is like, well, lots of things you can't eat. And then like, it's very like unclear. Like in the early seasons, they kind of show it, but it's like unclear, like the sleeping conditions, because they like build they like somehow find this bamboo. You know what I mean? But like, there's no other bamboo that looks like it on the island, which is weird. It's like, and then they like turn it into like a raft, basically, that they sleep on.
Not only that, I can't touch people when I sleep. We've been
they're touching each other.
We've been together for 9 years, and we do not cuddle when we sleep because like, if anybody moves, like I wake up like,
because you're a light sleeper.
Yeah, I'm a light sleeper, so it's like and
I sleep like the dead.
So if I was there, I would just be awake the whole time because obviously you have to stay warm, so you have to stay close and touch people. Maybe I'll just be so exhausted that I just sleep.
I just feel like you'd be so exhausted that you'd sleep, but it's like the bugs and then like the sounds of the night. And then I would be scared that like the tide you'd drown, you know what I mean? Like obviously they're like watching you. There's like safety people there, but it's like it's a lot of work.
Oh, and mosquitoes love me for some reason. I have like that blood that mosquitoes
but
and I'm always getting eaten up.
You get your like shots and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, what do you guys think of reality TV? What's your favorite show? What are you watching? What should we watch? What shouldn't we watch?
I was told I need to watch Big Brother, and a lot of the contestants from Survivor sometimes are.
I tried. Julie Moonves, I can't handle her. It's like awkward. I tried to watch the new season. It's like so uncomfortable. It's like, who's producing this?
I mean, the last time I watched it was probably the first US season. I haven't really watched it.
Yeah. People get way too into it. They have like
the head of household or something.
Yeah, I also don't understand how it works. Every time I watch it, I'm like, I don't get what's happening. I don't like it. It feels like it's time for some new reality shows, but like the only thing that is coming out is like dating shows, like Love is Blind. But there's like no new reality competition shows.
Speaking of Love is Blind, I love that show, but I feel like this last season was a bunch of people who just came on to try to get famous or tried to be influencers.
Yeah.
So people weren't really like looking for love,
like The Bachelor, where they're looking for love.
Come on, season of Love is Blind, because that biracial couple, my favorite couple, I follow them on Instagram and TikTok and everything.
It was the first season.
It was the first season, and they're still together.
That's what they want you to think.
No, they're married.
Till it turns into like a Ruby Frank parenting influencer situation. And she's like not feeding her husband. He has to sleep in the vault. I'm just saying, people are crazy.
Yeah, we need another first season like Love is Blind. We need the producers to do their damn job and find the people and do the research.
Do you think that if we went on Love is Blind, we would choose each other?
Yeah, I think so, because you're funny.
Okay, if I was like, what did the guy say? He was like, the physical element is very important to me. So describe to me how you remember that guy.
I'd be like, have you ever seen Batman Returns?
I'd be like, no, not in a while.
Danny DeVito, the penguin.
I'd be like, I only seen it with the commercials on TBS. You do not look like Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito is like
I have the attitude of Michelle Pfeiffer.
I hate when people say negative things about Danny DeVito. He's like a treasured director, producer,
I didn't say anything
actor.
negative about it. I said the character penguin.
It's not a real character. Not a real person.
I mean, in the movie, it's supposed to be a real person, or I guess a penguin.
Well, don't you need some self-esteem. You need to go steam.
I have too much self-esteem. I need to humble myself. What would you say?
I'd be like, I look like one of those people who's getting gas next to you at the gas station. And you're like, why? And then it's like, do you want a receipt? And you're like, no. And then you just never think about them again because you get gas all the time and who cares? That's how I look. I think I'd kind of like fuck with them. And I'd be like, I wear overalls a lot and boat shoes or just like tell them dumb shit, especially the ones you didn't like. Cause it's like fun. Like Love is Blind is like a PG phone sex, you know, like that's what it is. Like, it's like, cause back in the day people would like call the lines, you know, but it's like on camera and you can't see the person. So they're just sitting there like doing imagination.
I would just be in there just eating a bunch and then like just drinking, getting sloshed.
I just don't understand what they're writing. Like, what are you writing?
You write down notes because you're dating multiple people, so you don't want to like forget or like mix up who's who.
What, like he told me about his sales job and his birthmark, and I don't date guys with birthmarks. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what are you writing? Like, it's like, are you a crazy person? And like, do you like to work out, or are you an alcoholic? And like, do you not talk to your family? You know what I mean? Like, those are like the things.
Just doodling like the Hollywood medium.
I'm getting douchebag. I'm gonna go. Like, I'll see you at the rap party. I don't know. I need to rewatch all the seasons.
You don't even watch it. The only reason why you watch it is because I watch it and you have to watch it.
Yeah, true. All right, what's our third topic for our practice/real podcast? We wanted to have like a specific type of niche podcast, but we decided we're unnicheable. You can't niche us. So if you're going to listen to this podcast...
There's Beyonce's new album.
Oh, yeah. What do you think of Beyonce's new album? What has Beyonce done for me lately? Do you think if you met Beyonce, it would live up to the hype? Like, pretend you were like at Whole Foods at like 11:30 at night.
I have a theory. And my theory is, you know how she's like so mysterious and she doesn't really talk and she's just, you know, she's just Beyonce. And then like she comes out and performs. She's like sickening when it comes to performing. She's sickening when it comes to, you know, singing and dancing and all that stuff. But then like, what if she's just boring? Like, she's not that interesting.
No, there's no way. Nobody of that caliber is boring. I think she's just smart. And she knows, like, she's not trying to be like political. She's not trying to like give opinions. You know, like there's so many celebrities that are like trying to be like up in everybody's business and be these like social justice warriors. And it's just like, she's like an artist. What you're buying is her art.
Yeah, but like,
and she's delivering. Yeah, like,
do you think you'd be like best friends with Beyonce? Do you think you'd have anything in common with her as just like?
Yeah, because I like dancing and I like singing. I like movies. She's obviously like very athletic, so like she probably likes to work out.
What, she's acted.
She's been in movies. Like,
yeah.
What do you think? Like, she's like her character in Dreamgirls? No, where she's.
But look at all her characters. Look at all her characters.
What else has she done? What other movies?
No, she's done Dreamgirls. She did that one with Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Idris. And I mean, she's kind of I think she has personality, but like,
she's not boring.
I don't know.
I think she's just smart.
Well, we will never know just because we don't know her personality.
I'm telling you.
Show us her personality.
I'm going to be at Whole Foods at like 11:30 one night, looking at what's left of the cake section.
Just like, hi there.
And she's just going to be shopping because she's probably just a normal person.
Absolutely not.
You know, maybe
shopping.
Jay-Z will be there.
If I see her in Whole Foods,
but it's 11:30 at night. Like, she knows nobody knows like she's
levitating
there.
Down the aisles, just like
she's probably just shopping. She's probably hungry, and she's like, "There's nothing at the house. All the assistants are gone." Like,
I'm looking around to see where the cameras are, and if
there's no cameras, and then she's just gonna be like, "Hi, like, have you had this one before?" And I'd be like, I've had all the cakes at Whole Foods.
You were Delulu.
No, I'm not. And I'll be like, let me show you.
First of all, she would not.
Let me show you.
She's going to be at Erewhon.
Erewhon's closed. They close early. I'm telling you, she's not going to go to Erewhon because people are going to expect her
early because it's
to be at Erewhon.
Say at that time.
No. I'm telling you, these people are normal.
No, it closes early because all the celebrities shop there at
No,
night
she
time.
Probably has a blue Tesla with tinted windows, and she probably goes to Ralph's like Because how boring.
It's not just any regular blue, though, right?
It's probably like an invisible blue, like a special one.
Ivy blue.
A blue ivy.
Blue ivy.
I'm just saying. Can't talk about the agency is going to come for you.
Come for me.
We can't afford another loss.
I love Beyonce. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think she's amazing, but like, I don't know who she is. Like, who are you? Like, I watch interviews and stuff, and I don't know. I mean,
but isn't that the point? Like,
I don't know. I feel like other artists are very like at least a little bit more candid to where, you know. I think the early Beyonce, like Destiny's Child Beyonce, is probably like a little bit more candid.
Because she was young and she like needed the exposure, but now she like wants to live her own life. She doesn't like, we don't need to be in her business. Like, we don't need to know like what's happening.
To be in her business.
No, that's inappropriate.
I love that not snake.
You need to have boundaries. Like, it's like Celine Dion now. Like, she's good. Like, she just like goes to hockey games and like deals with her illness.
Love Celine.
She, again, like if you were at Whole Foods in Vegas,
you're never gonna see her. Okay?
At 11:30. I'm telling you, she's gonna be in a coat because she's very frail. She's gonna be there with Renee Charles, and she's gonna be like, we ran out of ice cream at the mansion. All the assistants went home.
Say, like in Love Is Blind, like who do you like look like? You'd be like, you know Renee Charles.
I wish I looked like RC. Oh my God. Luckiest kid ever. Can you imagine your mom is Celine Dion? Like the things you've gotten to do, like travel the world, hear the rehearsals. Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine if your mom is Celine Dion and she's singing in the shower in the morning and you're in your room like, I'll never live up to anything.
I feel like at that point,
she's like, you know what I mean?
No, I feel like he's probably like the kid that's just like, all right already, mom.
No, the French aren't like that.
I feel like every kid's like that with their
they're
mom.
like very respectful.
You have to say the mom like that too. You have to be like, mom.
No, not. There's no way. It's insane.
Wait, who's your favorite drag queen on this season of RuPaul's Drag Race?
That's such a random question.
Nymphia.
Oh, are you guys watching this season of RuPaul's Drag Race or Drag Race?
Wait, that's her name, right? Nymphia?
Nymphia Wind.
Oh, what was the funny name that like we said that would have been our drag name if she was our drag mother?
I don't remember.
Anita Wind?
I need a win.
No, that's her.
Anita Win.
Her drag person was like something like Anita Win.
Do you feel like everybody should have a drag name? I've decided in this moment, I've just made this decision that anytime I ever have to do if I have to have a corporate job again, which please subscribe to this podcast so I don't, because it's horrible. But you know how they like force you to do horrible activities that have nothing to do with the job or the company or like literally anything? You know what I'm talking about? It's like Get to Know Me or icebreakers. Whoever invented icebreakers, you should be drowned in ice. But
how do you drown in ice?
You fill up a swimming pool with ice and you put the person in it, and then it slowly melts and then they drown.
So like,
anyway, I'm gonna force people to come up with their drag name. I was always told that it is the first pet you had and the first street you lived on. So mine would be Travis Horton.
Travis Horton? That's not a drag name.
Which is not really a drag name. It's like it's like a porn star name.
Mine would be Coco Flanagan.
That's okay, yeah.
Coco Flanagan. But I like my name though, because my name's like Simi, which is Simi, but then I could have it be Seeme, which is see me and then something else. See me
poop my pants.
See me poop.
See me cooter. See me Dippin' Dots. See me
there or see me at another time.
That's gonna be hard to put in the lower thirds on your episodes.
See me find it.
See me found it.
See me.
I don't think that's your drag name. Coco Flanagan.
See me Colby.
Oh, you wish. I feel like there are drag queens out there that like claim they're in people's houses, but really aren't.
If I had to be on anybody's house, it'd be Colby House, because I'm Polynesian as well. Maybe that's hopefully that's a requirement. Just kidding.
Island heritage.
Who do you think is going to win Drag Race?
Safira Crystal.
Wait, Safira Crystal.
Remember, she was in the bottom last week.
Oh yes.
She's so good.
The mother of all mothers.
She's a professional.
But I feel like she's cracking right now.
No, she's had a rough challenge because the outfit was too big.
Oh.
And they only get to bring so many. I always hate that on Drag Race. Like, if something gets messed up, they can't go shopping. So it's like very unfair because some people's outfits work and then they're given these challenges that they're not told about.
No, I mean, it's been pretty cool though, too, because...
But like to be in the bottom because of that is annoying because you have no control over it. Like, it's not your fault that, like, because they give you the theme. Like, they say, like, you're going to have to do a partner costume and the theme is this. And then they give you like 2 weeks. But if you show up and they didn't tell you, like, oh, there's going to be intense choreography, like, you didn't know.
But was the choreography intense? I mean, there wasn't...
Obviously, well, we never saw the outfit, so...
You could have just done, like, hand choreography and it would have been, like, Gucci.
I'm just saying. She's a professional, so obviously, like, she saw... Or maybe, like, it's something that happened on camera and she, like, didn't want to embarrass the guy. And that's why he had to wear that, like, leotard or whatever, because he probably, like, didn't want to wear whatever she wanted him to wear.
I would have done hand choreography. I would just, like, walked around and done, like the... What's it called? Square step? To the square step?
Yeah, but they were, like, in motion. That wasn't an option. It was, like, 8 counts really fast.
Yeah, but it was, like, literally an 8 count. They didn't even dance that much.
If you'd have been there and if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
He had it coming.
Pop, sick, squish. All right. All right. Well, those are our 3 topics for today's podcast. We'll keep the rest of our iPad topics for next time.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed this episode, not podcast, be sure to press the thumbs up. Press any buttons on your screen on any platform.
Poke me.
Will help. And if you don't want to do that, we won't judge you. I listened to this one podcast and he is like...
This is so cringe, this whole thing. It's pretty funny, though.
I listened to this one podcast and at the beginning, he's like, 87% of the people that view our podcast don't subscribe. So please subscribe. You know who I'm talking about?
But not like you doing the analytics and being like...
That's what he says. He's like doing the analytics for us. And then he goes, but it's fine. Like, I get it. Like, people aren't subscribing because nobody cares. Like, everything, like, all the subscribing is like confusing. So it's like, come on. But what's annoying is he goes, that's how we get better guests. And it's like, you've had like the best guests on this particular podcast. He's had like everybody. So you're saying like, those aren't good enough? Like, nobody's better than...
Beyonce.
I think he's had Beyonce. Like, I think he's had Oprah. Like, everybody's been on that stupid podcast. And it's just like,
Celine.
Why would you, like, that's so rude. You know what I mean? Like nobody subscribes and
you're like, bitch, I was just on that
we'll
podcast.
Have better guests. You know what I mean? And it's just like, so don't do that. Like, I don't know.
Subscribe to ours so we can have better guests.
Or any guests.
So you don't have to guess.
And we'll catch you on the next episode.
When I'm a little bit more fed.
Of Yo-Yos and Terabithia.